What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Man, I guess for maybe the last 7 years or better, Earl is Earl Spence and Derek James. They really been maybe two of the best trainer fighter combinations we done had. And definitely in the welterweight division, but in boxing in general, but for sure in the welterweight division. Whoever they fight next, whether it be Keith, whether he go up to 154, whatever he do next, whether he fight Terrence Crawford, we all been anticipating for some time now. I'm thinking, watching Tank had that sweet knockout. Hopefully that get him, get him juiced up and ready to get, ready to go and ready to go ahead and pick somebody to fight and put it out there and start getting 100% dialed in for him. I'm sure they've been training over over this long layoff he's had. Well, not necessarily layoff, long gap in between his last fight. But I mean, I ain't so much tripping on that. My thing is, I wonder, and maybe some of y'all in the comment section can kind of ease my mind on this, but I mean, I think this might turn into reality. I don't want it to, but it's a good possibility that it do. And I'm wondering if, with Derek James taking on all these new fighters to train, is it affecting him and Earl chemistry, and is it going, or will it down the line affect their chemistry? Because, I mean, Earl Smith's defense for the most part been pretty tight. Since I've been watching him, I mean, he don't usually get hit like he did in that particular fight. And he got hit basically by the same thing that got Leo Santa Cruz knocked out, throwing 3 of the exact same punches in a row against an elite fighter. And it just shocked me that Earl, kept getting hit by that punch. I think it might have been the second or third round. I mean, it was getting pretty flush now. That's why I'd say Earl is a big welterweight, and he take a good punch. So he took the punch as well, but I mean, one or two of them, you clearly can see he reacted from it. He somewhat felt it, but he still didn't get that guard up like he was supposed to. And I don't know if that's all on Earl or if that's lack of detail on the trainer side, and he ain't prepared like he's supposed to be. I'm not gonna try to put it all on Derek James, but I mean, well, I guess Earl got to take the credit. He the fighter, he the one in the ring, so we gonna leave it there. But I mean, just me being a parent, I find it. I put you like this. Now, AJ just had a fight. Frank ain't too long ago had his fight, if I ain't mistaken. And Charlo, I don't know if he got a fight coming up soon or not, but it seems like this is a camp where he definitely ain't got nobody to worry about but Spence. But I just don't think it's gonna be, as unless Spence ain't gonna fight much longer, which is distinctly a possibility. I mean, I don't think he gonna fight no more than a couple more years. But if he gonna fight on for a while, I just wonder, would it be a problem if he got 2 or 3 of them in training camp at the same time and got to try to watch film on all these different fighters? And, he claimed he gonna keep his job. I wouldn't be surprised if he already left it. But to do your job right, to me, I think you need to watch a lot of film on a fighter that your fighters fight next. And I think Derek James watch film. It's only so many hours in a day, and unless you one of these people that got a line, where you got this block, that box, that box, that box, and you can just completely focus on one thing, one fighter, and then when you not, not take that back, when you at home thinking about film and all that, you can't tell me some of the other fight ain't gonna be doing jumping in your head and vice versa. So I don't know if it's the best thing for Earl, seeing that but that part, whoever he fight this next fight ain't as important as what comes down the line when he gonna be fighting these bigger, he talking about going up to 154, 160, and he gonna be fighting big dudes up there. It's gonna really require, especially at middleweight, it's gonna require his trainer to give him his undivided attention. And I'm just hoping that with DJ taking on all these fighters now, it don't ruin their chemistry and mess up a good thing going. Because like I said once upon a time, now maybe he could be doing this to help Earl build his promotional company. That's like being a house trainer, similar to what I think similar like Jeff Mayweather or something like that, the Mayweather gym. I guess all the Mayweather uncles and father for some degree, all the fighters working with them, and all the Mayweather guys was working with at one time. Floyd dad, so now it could be a house trainer type situation, and I could be completely tripping for no reason, honestly, but I don't know a lot of people that can just cut it on and cut it off like that, and I do remember Tim Bradley parting ways with, I think that Joel, was the Joel Diaz or something like that. Y'all know who, I can't think of Tim Bradley's old trainer. He an excellent trainer. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't call his name right now, but that was why that was a big reason why I think Tim retired, because he had been with that trainer since he was, I think, a young kid, and when they parted ways, he respected Teddy Atlas, and they did. I think the first fight went okay, but I think after that second fight, I don't think Tim would admit it. But I just think, Teddy Atlas just wasn't he wasn't able to motivate Tim in the ring as well as he could motivate him outside the ring with the announcing or just listening to him and talking boxing. But I don't think Bradley, because he respect Teddy Atlas would have come out and say it, but the chemistry, I don't think it was there, especially going into that second fight, and that was one of the reasons why Floyd fell out with his father and stopped letting his father train him. Like he said he didn't want him training other fighters, teaching them how to fight, the way he fight, and a lot of the top athletes like to have their own trainer, and depending on who you are, maybe you get to have it like that. I mean, I couldn't blame them, because you got 5, 6, 7 fighters and different stuff like that. You ain't giving everybody your undivided attention. Robert Garcia, one of the trainers I like a lot in boxing. Robert, sometimes I think he got too many fighters. I watch him in the gym. I mean, it's not like, I think that's why a lot of dudes be losing a lot, because, they ain't really, and fighters know when they trainer ain't giving them their undivided attention. Fighters know it, and they can feel it. Same way, like, God forbid if he get to that point with Derrick James. Now, he'd never act like that with Roy Jones. I'm going to say with Errol Spence Jr., but he might get like that with Charlo, AJ, and Frank, but he'll never get like that with Earl Spence, not verbally or not, even in his body language, but mentally. It's just, to me, it's almost impossible to focus on one guy when you got so many, like he's starting to collect now. So, like I said, if he doing this for him and Earl, I'm all for it. But if he just got to the point where or if he doing it because Earl being inactive, I get it. But I just hope there don't be no conflict later on down the line behind him picking up all these fighters to the point where he ain't got the right, paying the right attention to the guy who got his bread buttered in the beginning. like I always say, you can't never forget where your bread get buttered at, you know. But that's it for me on this one. If you like the video, hit the like and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.